My husband's been doing some gardening. He's pruned huge lengths of our cherry tree in the garden. He didn't put them in the compost heap though. He gave them to me so I could arrange them and enjoy them indoors. Now naturally, because it's quite warm indoors, the blossom has started to fade and the leaves have started to develop, so I haven't got that intense colour that I was after. I'm Julie from Julie Davis Flower Workshops and Flower Start, the online flower arranging classes. I've got some more blossoms in a bucket behind me and also some fake blossoms, so I'm going to mix the two together and give the illusion of having lovely fresh cherry blossom inside. After a day, the water level in my vase had really dropped, and that explains why some of the branches have just dried out and died. So I've topped back up with water, but I do need to take out the stems that aren't looking their best anymore. Oh, you can see me putting them on the floor. I've got a huge dust sheet here, make clearing up afterwards really easy. I'll take the opportunity as well, because I have moved the vase from one position to another, just to zhuzh everything up. And can you see as I start to move the stems? I got all this sort of indoor confetti, and that's the other reason why I've got the dust sheet here. I'm just going to wipe it all in the dust sheet and then throw it away. Now I've actually had these stems in the house longer than the ones behind me, and they seem to be faring much better. And I think probably that's because they've been in a much deeper vase. It was a glass vase, so I could see how the water level was going down. So what I'm going to do is cut these to the approximate length of the other branches and then add them in. It's going to really fill the vase out and make it look really abundant. I'm going to use my secateurs for this. And then as before, I need to take off all these leaves that are going to end up in the vase, because I don't want them rotting off in the water. So I should be able to do these without putting them down. So I've got my lovely branches cut down to size, with the clean stems down here with no leaves, and then all the new growth and blossom up at the top. So I'm going to add those to my vase just to fill it out so it looks really, really gorgeous. And here for some added colour are my silk cherry blossoms. So what I can do here, they've got really long stems. If I bend them up a little bit, I can shorten them in length. And so I'll still have the full length when I want to use them for something else. And of course, these don't actually need to go in the water, as long as they're just wedged in and aren't going to slip down anywhere. So I think that looks pretty good, doesn't it? From a distance, you can hardly tell which are the fresh blooms and which are the fake. I've got a bit of tidying up to do now. I love the way the fake and the fresh mix so well together, and that pink just pops against my grey walls.